First pick, Sand King Shadow Shaman. The next two, and then Skywrath Mage making an appearance. Now, we're coming from casting South America these last 3 days. I can't say we saw a lot of Skywrath.
Look at the bands. Standard bans on the complexity side, but who would have thought we'd be casting a game where Phantom Assassin was banned? I did not.
She's no doubt been one of the higher tier cores, I think is very fair to say. I'm also intrigued by that Coddle ban, though. That is something coming out from complexity. That whole disco ball that he throws down now, the hero's definitely changed a bit, but
Seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
CHONGQING Major. Believe I pronounced that right when I've been told. But asked their first pick and Sand King Rubik for Forward Gaming as their first 2 picks. The last time qualifiers, and they must have bugged the lobby, but everybody in the game could hear me and I could speak to the players, and it was very weird. Usually does not happen, but that's why I have the chat open, because I have like PTSD from that, and I've been wanting to make sure that that is not a got turned off when I switched settings. I gotta reset that. Fix it next time. So I just switched some settings. Sand King, which is a lot of control, ready for Forward Gaming. Yesterday, if you were watching the Chinese qualifiers, you saw that maybe played the Rubik mid. LGD played in a support role. It's Brewmaster Axe for the side of Zugzwang. With the Brewmaster in the game, we'll see where the Axe is going to be sitting. Build from Axe. You get somebody in your lane who can really help harass the other opponent's side, like a Winter Wyvern per se, and then you just stay in your lane and you creep cut and get that early 5-minute Vanguard. But I don't think Axe is still played this way. Again, this is my first time doing official 7.2 stuff. I've been giving it a look here and there, and I don't think Axe is still going to be played the same way. They could throw Brew in a 4. That wouldn't be awful. Throw Axe in the 3 with the new Brew ability available. And Dazzle. As we've seen Dazzle, at least I've seen Dazzle. Still one of those heroes that just continually gets banned out. Dazzle has been a quite a popular pick. With the bad juju, it is a dangerous hero to be against. Keeper of the Light banned by Forward Gaming. They're coming into their third pick with 2 heroes that are going to accommodate them with some lockdown. Obviously, Rubik with the Fable and his ulti able to steal right now. He could steal the Primal Split, which is pretty good for Rubik, of course.
5 seconds remaining.
I know Void's been quite popular, as is the Phantom Assassin, who's not banned out at the moment. I think Phantom Assassin has like a 75% win rate, something stupid like that. Come on, Ice Rock. This is ridiculous.
Dire team.
So let's see what they go to. Get. This is a little similar to the draft I saw that involved that Rubik last night. It was 3 supports, or 3 support possible heroes that came out early, and I expected the Rubik, and I think it was also a Sand King to come through in core roles. And it ended up being a Rubik mid, and Sand King was played by FY. So this could still be mid Rubik, 4 Phoenix, 5 Sand King, or 4-5 Phoenix Sand King, you know, kind of swapping or feeling out who will be better suited in the 4-5 for this team. Things are pretty up in the air, and that's the kind of drafts that we saw in 7.19. The draft that I like the most is where, you know, you don't exactly know what's going to be coming out with these last 2 picks. It keeps things very open, and I think open drafts are, you know, you can already get an advantage by just drafting. Obviously, you can always get an advantage by drafting properly, but again, just being able to keep your draft open, keep your opponent on their toes, not really knowing how they're... It gives you an advantage early. Already, like in the draft, you already have an advantage because you're keeping your draft so open, and it keeps your opponents unknowing to what you're doing. Does that make sense? Am I just rambling here? But Axe Brewmaster for Zugzwang, 2 heroes that'll be picking up the Blink, most likely. And now you've got Spectre. Again, another hero that was seen quite a bit in the 7.19 days, and global. So, you know, with the Haunt, you're able to, say, have the Axe, Blink, Call, then you Haunt in, you find a fight like that. Spectre doesn't need to be in the fight. And this is looking to be a lineup that is going to play 4 early and keep the Spectre farming, keep the Spectre free early. You can get terrible if you get Spectre the farm that she needs while keeping the 4 heroes active and closing off the map of Forward Gaming. You know, we could see Spectre go late game and really do quite a bit of work here on Forward Gaming. But you've actually got Terrorblade, so something a little bit similar from them, because Terrorblade, he can fight early, so if they want to go that route, he can fight early with the proper comrades with him, and now Lina. So yeah, Lina's coming into this for Zugzwang. Lina, Axe, Brewmaster, those are heroes that are going to be working the map early, keeping it open for Spectre, making sure that Spectre can find the farm and eventually join the fight, say maybe with a Vanguard or a Radiance, depending on what the build is going to be here from the Spectre. We'll see.
10 seconds remaining.
But Terrorblade, Phoenix, Rubik, Sand King. Again, Rubik and Sand King are your only two forms of lockdown at the moment. I like the Sand King with the Phoenix, the Burrow Strike coming through with the Supernova. If you can lock them down long enough and make it hard for them to pop the egg, that's going to be quite nice. But the Phoenix pick was countered with the Lina. The Lina is going to be there to try and get that attack speed, break the egg just in case, and see what they can do to stop this Phoenix Supernova from getting off, and I do like that Lina play. Haunt actually is pretty good in this as well. If you can lead with a Lina, you can burst somebody down early, get a blink call somewhere else. Spectre can join the fight with the Haunt. We'll see. Lich gets banned out. TA gets banned out. Thinking a mid is needed for forward gaming. Again, it could just be Phoenix Rubik support, Sand King 3, Terrorblade 1 with mid needed for forward gaming. I was just basing it off what I had seen last night with possibilities, keeping it always open. And they did win that game. Was playing
team pick.
I think Ehome. Skywrath Mage is coming in for the side of Zugzwang. What we see with Zugzwang's lineup, it's very mobile early. It's very active early. Skywrath Mage does a lot of damage early. We usually see him in, say, from what I've seen recently, is in a mid lane spot where he could get those levels, be effective early, have the arcane bolt, have the concussive shot, always there with a couple of items where his mana pool is consistent. I'd like to see Skywrath. But mid is what forward gaming is going to be needed. A blast here for forward gaming, especially if they're going to pick something different mid. Seconds. Let me check chat again with my PTSD, making sure nobody can hear me. And they go Darkseer. So, wow, Darkseer last pick. That's Universe's. Yawar is going to be on to this Rubik. SVG on the Phoenix. MSS on the Sand King. So 4 Sand King, 5 Phoenix. Terrorblade played by Resolution. And it will be that mid Rubik. Although it could be the mid Terrorblade. We'll see if they swap up lanes. I'm hyped. And then you've got Gunner on the 4 position Skywrath. That leaves I Annihilate mid with the Lina. Roy on the Spectre in the 1 position. Axe in the 3. Bloody 9 on the Brew 5, actually. Interesting little combination there. Game 1 between Forward Gaming and Zugzwang with a Rubik mid. Something we saw for the other qualifiers, I can't really say. But it's interesting here. I like that Terrorblade color too, but with the Darkseer, I like this lineup. We'll see if it's the Dark Seer of old, where you get that Helm of the Dominator, get the Centaur out there, Vacuum Stomp, Burrow Strike to follow it up with the Supernova on the side, make it really hard for them to take out that egg. You have good control here with a Rubik that's going to be working early. I'm very interested to see this. My settings are on. Everything's good. And yeah, we're good to go.
Prepare for battle.
Cool. It's been a while. It has been a while since I have casted anything on something other than my channel, and I am, especially with the new patch, I'm so excited. I got Jenkins over in Cali. I would have asked him to work with me, but he's over there in Cali.
I shall not report you.
So let's see what Zugzwang are able to do against Forward Gaming. How these lanes are actually going to pile in. You do have this Rubik that will be going over mid, resolution in the safe lane for the Terrorblade. I hope you guys are ready.
To battle.
Coming over is Zugzwang. They can find anything. Placing a nice ward here. Watch the pole. Sees anybody coming from the high ground. A ward placed here that'll spot the axe of Luki on the side of Zugzwang going in this off lane. And mid's going to be Annihilate. So Lina up against the Rubik. Fade Bolt level 1. And then, of course, Annihilate. Nothing skilled just yet. We took a look in the off lane. It's going to be Universe here with MSS. Level 1 is going to be the Ion Shell of the Darkseer. Darkseer, something we never really saw in 7.19. But they have, I like this combination where you can put the Ion Shell on yourself or put the Ion Shell on MSS, goes in with the Burrow Strike. Maybe you find yourself a lot of damage here to keep Lorelei from really farming and feeling comfortable in this lane. We'll see also how willing they are to push in this lane too, because obviously the Ion Shell doing that extra damage is going to make this a little bit more of a struggle to keep the creep equilibrium on your end for the side of Forward Gaming. Taking a look over bottom, resolution level 1 going into the Metamorphosis. You've got Gunner here with Luki, Battle Hunger, as well as the Arcane Bolt. That is a combination where you are, as support, are really going to be sitting back in an unfavorable position and already down to about 90 health. So the objective here for Gunner is just to continue to harass these two heroes in the bottom lane with the Arcane Bolt. Luki throwing the Battle Hunger on. You're probably favorable person to put in the SVG. However, with the salves that they both had, they're now back up to full health. So the lack of mana here for the Skywrath Mage, looking to pop that Clarity Mage.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Crystal Maiden.
geniuses turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Geniuses turn to ban. Seconds remain. 5